Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or nah foundation review on the new Too Faced Tutti Frutti Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation. It is infused with juicy watermelon and fresh cucumbers. The whole fresh glow is kind of scaring me as an oily skin girl, but maybe it'll look really nice. So let's not just be like, okay, this is gonna be a fail. It could also be really nice maybe for people that have dry skin. So we're gonna be testing all of that out. It's supposed to be a long-wearing, dewy finish, hydrating, brightening foundation with this long-wearing watermelon, cucumber, and vitamin C infused gel cream foundation that covers every flaw while creating a dewy, fresh, and luminous glow. Do You smooths, moisturizes, and nourishes the skin for a flawless complexion. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a mattifying primer, because I am oily skin, so I kind of want to see if that's going to kind of help it. I'm only going to be using it on one side, probably this side since I always start off with this side. So we're going to be using the Becca Cosmetics Everlasting Matte Poreless Primer, but we're only going to be using it in the areas where I tend to get really oily, because that's my fear. Everywhere else we can just leave it, and this side we're going to be using just my Too Faced Hangover RX. So we're just gonna be really going in to the areas where we get really dewy. So you guys know the drill. This is a really nice mattifying primer if you have really, really oily skin. If you don't, do not get this primer. You will hate it, like absolutely hate it, because it really mattifies your skin. Also, I went ahead and moisturized with my first A Beauty Ultra Repair Moisturizing Cream, and I did apply some eye cream. For eye cream, I used the Benefit eye cream they have. Really like that. Okay, so that one side is done. And now we're going to move on to this side, and we're just going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX. And we're gonna kind of like play around with this and see how it does. So let's let that dry for a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the foundation. Like always, we're going to be using sponge on this side and brush on this side. We're gonna be starting off on the side that we did our mattifying primer. We're gonna take the foundation out. Very cute packaging. I always am a huge fan of the Too Faced packaging. So adorable. I like how it has like that little watermelon print. And this does have 1.34 ounces, and it did cost me $44 at Ulta. I had to purchase it on Ulta.com because it's still not available in stores. It'll be available in stores, I feel like, next weekend. So be on the lookout for it if it's something you're interested in. But you can definitely find it right now, right away on TooFaced.com and also Ulta.com. So it comes with this little pump. Everybody's been doing this packaging lately. I don't know if it's maybe more cost effective for them than doing like glass bottles or something like that. I mean, this is definitely more carry-on friendly, like for every day if you just want to throw it in your purse or you're gonna be traveling a lot. This is the type of packaging that I would go for, but I've been seeing a lot of this packaging. I picked up the color Warm Beige, so let's hope for the best, like always. Ordering online can be such a little biatch, so let's hope for the best. We're gonna go ahead and bring you guys closer so we can be personal up here. We're just gonna dot this. It smells really good, like really good. Okay, so on the matte side, I definitely think the primer is making it look more mattifying because it doesn't really look luminous. So this goes to show you that the Becca matte primer plays no games. Like that shit will mattify you. If you've been looking for a good mattifying primer, that will definitely mattify you. I think I'm gonna repurchase it. I just have that sample right now, but it's like 36 bucks, but I think it's worth it. But I mean, the foundation's actually going on very well. It's definitely a full coverage foundation. It covered my redness right away, as you can see right here. I thought the color was gonna be too light, but it's actually not bad. Like it's not bad at all. It blends really well into the skin, and I have to say the smell is amazing. If you don't like watermelon, you probably won't like it, but it really smells so good. Yeah, that went on really well. And I mean, it worked really well with that mattifying primer. It didn't break apart or anything. And the consistency of it does feel very gel-like, very creamy, very moisturizing. It's a very nice consistency, almost the type of consistency when you think of like a BB cream that's like really hydrating and nice. That's the consistency. It doesn't feel thick and it feels very, very lightweight on the skin, as you can see. I almost don't want to go in with another layer because I feel like it covered everything. And you guys know I always go in with 2 layers or like 1.5. But right now I feel like I do not need another layer. I feel like this is perfect. And I like foundations like this where I feel like I can get that full coverage effect right away because I hate having to build upon it too much because you guys know that I have very sensitive skin. The more I can avoid using too much product, the better for me. So I think we're gonna go to this side and see what happens with our brush. This is the consistency of the product. It's definitely not too runny where you're gonna be worried that it's gonna be way, way too luminous, but it's not like extremely like, it's not like matte by any means either. It's just a very nice gel-like consistency. So now we're gonna be taking it on the side where we did our Hangover RX spray primer, and we're just gonna see how it does. And I'm taking my Delium Tools Precision Kabuki, my favorite foundation brush. I'll have it linked down below for you guys. And we can start blending this. Blends out very nicely. As it's blending out on my skin right now with the brush, it feels very hydrating and it feels like it's nurturing my skin. So in the morning when I get ready for the day, like skincare stuff, I like to use gel-like consistencies because I feel like it wakens me up and it just has like that watery, like fresh, cooling feeling. I feel like this foundation has that feeling. This is the type of foundation feel I like to have in the morning, kind of to like wake up my face, to make it look bright, to make it look, you know, alive. It's just a really good look. So I definitely like how this is feeling right now, especially because it's like 8 a.m. Yes, oh my gosh, this looks really, really good. Honestly, I have to say that with both your brush or sponge, I think it applies perfectly. I don't think one looks better than the other. I definitely think that this foundation is full coverage. If you're looking for a full coverage foundation, you're going to receive it with this, which I definitely appreciate. I hate when foundations make false claims and they say like, oh, we're full coverage. And then I find myself building like 3 pumps and I'm just like, nah. So this is definitely appreciated. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my brush and sponge to the side and we're gonna go ahead and dissect this Do You foundation. You can see that this side definitely looks slightly more luminous than this side. This side looks way more matte. But I have to say that both sides look absolutely beautiful. Like the product, the actual foundation looks very beautiful. Even though this side does have luminosity, it still looks like a radiance from within. It looks very, very healthy. On somebody that's looking for that dewy finish, that hydrating finish, that fresh face finish, somebody with like normal combination dry skin, you're definitely going to get that with this consistency. It's just the right amount of dew, which I appreciate. The only thing that freaks me out as somebody that has really oily skin is that this could possibly get worse through the day, and you guys know that I can get really oily. So the last thing we want is to look like a hot, oily mess. This side definitely looks more matte, and for you guys looking for a good mattifying primer from a high-end brand, definitely check out Becca. They have a good one. I know some of you guys may be wondering, if you don't want a dewy finish, then why buy this? I mean, I don't even think it's just about the dewy finish, but I think that it just feels really good on the skin and it smells absolutely phenomenal. So I want to see how long it's going to wear matte like this before it starts to get dewy, because maybe it'll wear matte for like 4 or 5 hours and then it'll get like this look and that's it. And that would be great for me because that's kind of like what I like to go for, like the breakthrough little dew, not anything too crazy. But I also want to see how fast this can get more oily on my complexion. So that's what I'm thinking so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup and then I'm gonna come right back and give you guys my first initial thoughts, impressions, opinions. You can see my full face of makeup. And then we can go ahead and start our day. So stay tuned if you want to continue watching and seeing what I think of this Do You foundation. Okay, so I am back. It's been around like 35 minutes since I last saw you guys, and I did my entire face of makeup. I will have all the details on this face in my description box down below, but I do quickly want to say that I have been using the Norvina palette every single time I've done my eyeshadow for camera this week. So yeah, that's just something to note. I've been really enjoying it. The colors have been different than what I usually do, so I'm loving. So I really quickly want to discuss the foundation. I have to say it looks absolutely beautiful right now, and I really like how it worked with the rest of my products. I applied my concealer. For concealer, I used my Born This Way Too Faced concealer because of course you kind of want to use the same brand, and this concealer is Life, and it went on beautifully. Then I went ahead and used my Airspun powder, which you can find at Walmart, and I just baked my under eyes. I didn't bake anywhere else. I left everything just the way that it was because I want to kind of see how everything works, and the baking went on fantastic. It didn't cling on to any of the foundation or any of my texture. It looked really good. I know with some foundations what happens is you put on that baking powder and the foundation is too thick or too heavy and it's like a hot mess. It looks awful, but this foundation allowed everything to lay on really nicely. Blush also went on super smooth and super like seamless. It looks absolutely stunning. So that's something that I appreciate. And yeah, I think it looks really good right now. I'm really impressed with it. I feel like you can tell the difference between the side that's matte and then the side that is kind of more luminous. It's not a crazy luminosity, but it's definitely a little bit more luminous. And I was noticing that on the luminous side, it looks very healthy. So that is a plus. I really do quickly want to say that as for the shade Warm Beige, I think it really worked well with me. So I think everything's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and carry on with the rest of my day, and then we're gonna go ahead and meet again at the end of the day and see if this Do You Too Faced foundation is worth a buy, or who it's worth a buy for skin type wise, and if I recommend it and I think you should spend $44 on it. So stay tuned to see my final thoughts. Okay guys, I am back, and if you guys can't tell, I have new hair. I am rocking this like magenta colored hair. I am so excited about it. I'm actually like really digging it. I feel like it's super different than what I've done in the past. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you've seen my hair journey like through the past 2 years or so, and it's been like so intense, so many different situations. But it's safe to say that this is the very last fun color I'm going to be doing. After this color, once it fades, you're gonna probably see it fade a lot during the next month because I'm gonna have it for a month, and then we're going back to the dark side. We're gonna have dark hair. Isn't that crazy? We're gonna have dark hair again. But yeah, I was like, let's go out with a bang. Let's do something really fun. I feel like this is super fun and different than what I've done, so I'm just really excited. But it sucks that my makeup's gonna look really crusty right now because it's the end of the day. It's literally 9:45 p.m. and I am just ready to take off this makeup and also give you guys my final thoughts on the new Tutti Frutti Do You foundation, which is over here. So as you can see, the foundation looks pretty dewy. It honestly didn't look really bad until I want to say like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. That's when I started to notice it looked really crusty. It definitely caught that dew super intensely. But I feel like it's pretty evened out. It really looks very dewy up here on my forehead. I think that it was expected for it to get this dewy on my type of skin just because it is a more dewy foundation. Now, I do have to say that for a good like 5 hours, it did wear very nicely. It looked very good on the skin. It was like a nice soft radiance. But now by the end of the night, I'm definitely looking like I need to blot these oils in place. So I have to say, I think this foundation would suit best people that have normal to dry skin. I feel like if you're looking for that radiance, you're looking for that healthy glow from within, you're going to love this foundation. If you guys have oily skin, you're not gonna like it. I feel like anybody that has really oily skin like doesn't want dew, like they don't want a foundation that has dew because they already see it all the time. I wouldn't buy this foundation if you do have oily skin because it's not really gonna do anything for you. Even with the Becca primer, yes, it did keep it nice and oil-free through the first like 4 or 5 hours, but now at the end of the day, you can see the oils. They're not as bad as I feel like the forehead and this side a little bit, but still, if you don't care for a dewy foundation and you have oily skin, then this isn't for you. I would say this is definitely geared more towards my normal to dry skin people. I think you will absolutely love this stuff. It's really nice. And even for people that are just getting into makeup that have dry, normal skin and you're looking for a fuller coverage foundation, but something that feels really, really lightweight and doesn't even feel like you have anything on, you're going to love this new Tutti Frutti Do You foundation because it definitely feels so lightweight and so nice on the skin. And it looks really like natural. It looks like skin. Like on this side, on the side where you could truly see the product, it looked very, very much like skin. And that was just the best. Like it looks so beautiful. I have to say that the reason why I would purchase it again, like if I had to like repurchase it or if I had to choose why I purchased it to justify the reasoning behind that would be because it smells so good. Like, it just smells so good. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Did I want to say anything else? Oh yeah, so the color Warm Beige, if you do end up wanting to purchase this and you're around my complexion, definitely check out Warm Beige because Warm Beige is a really good shade for me. I feel like it blended out perfectly with my complexion. Definitely one of the closer shades matches that I've had in the past like 5 or 6 reviews. Really good color for my complexion. So those are all my thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video and found it useful if you are interested in purchasing this new Do You Too Faced foundation. I hope that I covered everything for you guys. And I want to know your thoughts. If you have purchased it, what do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? If you did enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing these videos because I love to do my foundation reviews. If you guys have any recommendations on other foundation reviews you want to see, please let me know. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Become a member of family here on YouTube because I wouldn't want you guys to miss my videos for the world because I always hook you guys up with the best reviews, as you can see right here. Saving you guys that cash. And that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.